I was driving this crf300 last weekend and made sort of navigation mount here when I was driving the Trans-European Trail routes. I mean, it's working very well. Those bags are those Rhino Walk Chinese bags, and you don't even notice them because I only had like water bottle and other. They're kind of hard to use. This is easy to use, this side pocket, but this is kind of hard to use. This open these first, and I actually cut the handle out of this because it was, you need to open these and you have to dry back here, and you can remove the dry pack and leave the pack there because it's very slow to mount these. You have a lot of sort of attachments here, these kind of extra ends, so it's very not fast. When you open, you need to tie, or these are hanging loose. But there are these kind of loops that you can tie these loose ends like this. But anyway, it's not fast. The suspension is great. This is the rally rate suspension. The sound is amazing about the arrow, not too loud, but just enough. The power is great for the sand. On the highway the power is a little bit limited. You can drive 60 miles per hour and it's fine, and this for my height, this fairing causes turbulence to the helmet, so this should probably be shorter to me or higher, but not this level. The leg protection, tank range, that is wider seat, this is awesome. You can stand on it and still it's like narrow here, but you can sort of get support here if you sort of pull back. So you can like hold it with your legs, and on the front you can, it's very good. The rear suspension was a little bit maybe too hard setting. The preload needs to be adjusted, but the adjuster on the rally raid is there beside the engine, and it's like very hard to reach. Now I'm touching it, but because this crash bars are here, I have like no strength to, not enough to like turn it. No. There should be like hex nut on the end of the, I can see it here, and if it would have like hex nut on the end, I would turn it. Or make some kind of tool, 3D printed tool that would enable me to turn it. What else? This handlebar was a little bit for the highway. It was a little bit high. I had the same problem with GS, that if the handle is like here, the shoulder gets sort of achy. But I turned this down here and lowered these down. Now it's better. The hand is sort of downhill here and the shoulder is low. Because if this is like this, you get this is tiring for the shoulder because that is high, but you in here you get the shoulder can relax here on the highway. On the sand it's not like you don't notice it. But what else? Tires are great. This front one was that Anaki. I'm selling Anaki Wild. I put the same tires because I noticed from all these accessories that the owner knows what tires work, so I just replaced the worn out with this new one. The rear one is Mitas. Was it that Enduro Trail? Was it that 07 or something? That's like half burn. I have new one there under the table. But overall, this is good for sort of hard trails. So the sand roads, it could be, I could drive those sand roads, the trails with GS or big. So if you do like a lot of driving on the highway, I was thinking that Tenere would be better. Also, this is sort of not so playful, because I have this concept that some bikes are playful, and I like those playful bikes. But GS is not a playful bike. It's just big and comfortable. This is small and nimble, but not very playful, because it doesn't have that playful power like Tenere or some those. They are like easier to wheelie and drift and that kind of stuff. I need to put like charging port for the cell phone navigation. I have this this plug that has a voltmeter between these, digital voltmeter. It's actually, can I show it with this one? Plus minus. Like that. Wow, this has 20 volts. But I have this one on my GS, and it's very good because you can see that the bike is charging. I was planning to put it here. So maybe take off this bung and do mounting inside here. Like that bolt plug style that you have rubber that expands inside this, and there would be this here. Or put threaded bar here through this. That would be another way. But it's like, this is small, GS is big, but I was thinking that should I sell them both and buy the Tenere? Because it would be on the halfway. That Tenere would do the highways and also the off-road for me enough. Of course, this is better when the off-road is very, very bad, but I don't kind of do that anyways. And that would make it simple also that you would have only one bike. Especially when I have the speed trickle for the street anyway. But I have to think about it. Maybe if I find some good Tenere, I could buy that one. But that's it.